Hey guys, I'm back with another vlog. So this time I signed up for a herbalism one-on-one class at my local apothecary. So when I saw it online, I was like, okay, finally something that a nice little class I can go to. It was like $40, so it wasn't bad at all. And it's like a 3-hour course. So I was like, okay, let me just invest in myself and go ahead on and jump on that. So today I am parked outside my apothecary, about to go into my herbalism class. I'm going to see if I can maybe like record a couple snippets or not, but we'll see. But I'm really excited to learn a little bit more. And from the stuff that I learned from the class, I'm going to then try to share some of that stuff and knowledge with y'all. So I know as an overview of it, it was saying I was going to learn about, the different herbs, using it for herbal medicine, how to make tinctures. So I'm pretty excited. And because of the apothecary that I usually go to all the time, I am going to probably leave with a couple of new teas and herbs to share as well. So stay tuned for this vlog and we'll see everything that I learned.
So I realized that I got to the apothecary a lot earlier than I expected for my class. So I just decided to take that time to really just look around at all of the different teas and tea blends over there, and also get some teas that was on my list to take home. So here you can see I got that green tea and also a jar of some local honey. And local honey is actually really good if you have seasonal allergies. So if you can get yourself a little jar or a bottle of some local honey within your community, it'll help a ton if you deal with allergies. So I'm just, kind of walking around, seeing what other teas that they have in here that I can probably, take back home with me to kind of help start my own little at-home apothecary that I have. And while I was here on the big shelf, I was coming to try to get some chamomile flowers, actually, because I did not have my own chamomile flowers and really wanted something to start making my own, chamomile tea and just a sleepy time tea blend. And my camera here at this moment was just all types of blurry, so forgive me.
The volatile oils that are in it. But you can do anything fresh just like you do dried. But with fresh material, no matter what your method of preparation is, it's always a lot more plant material than the dried. Okay? Before we move on, I want to also talk about another form of an infusion, and that's when we make botanical oil infusions. This is one of my all-time favorite things to do because I love their application of it. And so what I mean by a topical botanical infusion is you are going to take fresh or dried herbs, soak them in olive oil, sunflower oil, whatever you want to use. And you let them soak for a while, you strain it off, and then you use that application either for yourself topically, or if you want to add, if it's a really good olive oil and you want to make a salad dressing with it. What I do it more for is I will sell just the herbal oil, but I use a lot of that herbal oil then to make salves, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But to do a topical infusion or internal botanical infusion, there's a couple of different ways of how you can do this. So one of them is the easiest way that I definitely recommend you start off with is always using dried materials. And the reason why dried is because when you're using fresh materials and you're submerging it into an olive oil,
So here I am just taking a little look around the apothecary owner's garden that she has back here. And she has honestly a ton of different herbs and veggies. You can see that big rosemary plant right there. And she had like the most beautiful heads of lettuce that I saw over there as well. So this is me just kind of aimlessly walking around and admiring her own little home backyard garden that she has. And from sitting at the class, I have just a ton of notes in my notebook and also a nice little handout with some different tips and facts to help from things that I learned. And we also got a nice little treat. We got some free herbs, to take home with us from being in the class. So I have this spring movement herb blend, and I also have some chamomile flowers, which I realized I just bought a bunch inside, but hey, it's fine. And I also have some ginger root to take home with me, so that's nice as well. I really love ginger.
So I am all done with my herbalism class. I learned a ton of stuff there. I got like a bunch of pages now in my journal just filled with notes. Trying to focus. Filled with a bunch of notes that I'm going to take with me to learn and share with you guys. I even I even got a little bit of homework assignments where I have to go and make some tea infusions and try the teas and see how it makes me feel. So I got some chamomile flowers. We also got some ginger root and some spring movement tea blend that she gave us. So with the with these herbs that we have to go for homework, I have to go and infuse them and try them and kind of document like how it smells, what it tastes like, how I feel. Then also, with the ginger, try actual fresh ginger instead of the dried root. Try the fresh ginger and see how it tastes, how it makes me feel, and compare the two. And with the infusions, kind of compare the potency and the amount that I take. So a small amount at first, then a bigger amount later, and just kind of see how it makes me feel. So I really learned a lot. So I can't wait to get back home and kind of share some more things and some tips that I've learned. Maybe 1 or 2 videos for it, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. I learned a lot, and I really can't wait to go to the next one. So this is at Green Oaks Apothecary out here in Slidell, Louisiana. So it's very, very, very informative. The class was very small, pretty small, wasn't too much, very uh, very hands-on, and all very informative and just very fun. So yeah, if you want to check them out, go on Instagram or Facebook to Green Oaks Apothecary and see when their next classes are, and see how you can support and see if you can just come and take a visit actually, and you really just learn a lot. So until then, I'll see you later. So it's been a couple of days since I recorded going to my herbalism class, but I wanted to come back and just share a few little notes and some tips and things that I learned, and some stuff that I will probably elaborate further on in future videos to come. So first off, the most, I guess, interesting thing and most important thing that I learned from the class is that necessarily when it comes to being an herbalist, anyone can be an herbalist. It's not necessarily a, federally licensed type of thing. It's no more, well, it's more so like levels to it, I guess, levels to knowledge. And so honestly, nobody's actually like an expert herbalist because there's so many things to learn no matter what throughout your lifetime. So herbalism and being an herbalist is really just a long-term, lifelong journey. Some people are, I guess, a little bit more advanced with the knowledge and skills than others. So that's really what it is. So if you are thinking about getting into herbalism and being an herbalist, go ahead and start. It's great for anyone to start and try to just get into. Also, when it comes to getting into herbalism and plant medicine, herbs are not pharmaceuticals. So medicine and stuff that you would probably be prescribed by your doctor and whatnot cannot be, I guess, technically substituted for just herbs. But a fun fact is most of the medicine that is prescribed to you and given to you that we can, buy at the store or get from over the counter or, that is prescribed actually does have bases that comes from herbs and different plants. So, but when we are talking about herbalism, it is great to make sure that you kind of give that little tidbit that, hey, herbs and these plant medicines will not necessarily cure something. They're just used for preventative measures more so. So if you are prescribed certain medications and stuff from your doctor, continue to take those and talk with your doctor about if you are trying to incorporate herbs within your diet as well to see like any interactions between the two. So yes, herbalism and herbs, they're not a cure and end all be all for certain diseases and stuff. They're just helpful in preventative measures. So that's something else that's good to know. Also, another great kind of general fact is that when it comes with herbs and with plant medicine, it is kind of targeted to necessarily treat it in any type of, ailments or problems that are going on and occurring with you kind of more holistically. So there's not like one specific herb that can treat and help this one specific, issue that may be going on. So whenever you are probably going to visit your local apothecary or speaking with other herbalists or kind of just getting into this, herbalism field, you'll learn that there's many different herbs that can help with many different symptoms that you have. And then sometimes some symptoms kind of co-occur with each other. So you have certain herbal blends, they all can help target those various different things that are going on with you at the same time. So whenever it comes to, okay, maybe I have, I'm feeling some anxiety and anxiousness. So, okay, I'm going to go and grab this herb to try to take and make a tea or take a tincture for it. You also need to look at, okay, what else may be occurring within my body? How does anxiety kind of show up for me? Does it, mess with my gut health? So then it's like, okay, I'm going to get an herb that's going to both help with anxiety and also help with, my gut and my digestive system. So making sure that when you are, incorporating herbs within your daily routine and with any issues that occur, that you are, kind of treating it holistically, treating yourself holistically. So targeting many different areas that you can. Also, it's just good to note that, food is medicine and herbs can be incorporated within that, daily food intake. So there's herbs all around you, within your backyard, at the store. So it's really good to try to incorporate herbs within your daily diet. So, cooking with different herbs like basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, different teas, so chamomile teas, even like edible flowers that you may have in your backyard are really good as well. So they all kind of help and serve some, nutritional value for you. So, don't sleep on what's, in their backyard and just at the store, try to incorporate herbs within your daily diet. Also, another tidbit when it comes to, just getting into herbalism in general and just trying to learn and figuring out where do I start. Honestly, just take it slow. This is what I learned from the class. Like, just take it slow and really just start to learn one herb at a time. So focus on an herb at a time, get to understand like its flavor profiles, where it grows, what can it treat, taste it in a tea, taste it, dry, taste it just from, the ground, from the garden, fresh from it, but make sure you kind of look all that stuff up. But, just get to learn an herb at a time and understand everything that you can about it, especially like the scientific name, the family that it's from, and just learn it. And as you learn, you kind of build that knowledge base, and learning one can help you kind of become easier at learning others within the family. So that's also a good tip. So just take it one at a time. You don't have to like know everything at once, and just study it. So these are all the basically kind of quick, overarching, most important facts that I felt to kind of share today. I know I have like a big book filled with pages and pages, of different things that I learned from my class. And hopefully in future videos, I will share more tips and stuff as I'm learning and as I'm going. But I thank you all for tuning in to this video. So stay tuned for more tea videos and more videos learning about herbalism, plant medicine, and also some more mental health videos. So thank you so much. Bye.